Welcome to Donnie Boone. Google Melancholy. I am indeed melancholy over Google. The federal government has filed a lawsuit against Google for being a monopoly or doing things that are monopolistic, that they are trying to control the market, the smartphone market. It's always been Apple versus Android because, of course, Steve Jobs and Apple created the first iPhone, the first smartphone, and it's been war ever since. But early on, one had to realize that when Google created its Android system, the phone was not the product. The phone was a way to get at the data, the information, the user. And I don't really mind that. Apple, when you buy an Apple phone and it's $1,000, the phone is the product. But when you buy an Android phone for $175, I am the product. The buyer is the product. And then they watch everything I say and do, and then they sell that data for profits, which is kind of creepy, but it's kind of a parasitic type situation where I agree to let them do this in a fashion which I hope is not deleterious to me and will not harm me, and they get the benefits that they get from that, the monetary benefits. But somewhere along the lines, Google got too strong. They used to say, don't do evil, don't be evil. But they dropped that and decided that evil wasn't really a concept, that they were just going to do what they were going to do. And at some point they decided they had more money than God, and they were going to try to take over the world, like a certain infamous duo was trying to do. And it's really sad. It's really sad they had to go that route. As long as they're beneficial to society, if they were neutral like they were supposed to be, that would be fine. You know, Google bought YouTube, and they do so many good things. They have not Apple, but they have Google Maps, and everything, all these things that Google does pretty much work seamlessly together. And you've got Google Maps, Google Music, Google everything. Although recently Google Music, they dropped that, took everything off my phone, and I lost all my data. I lost all those albums that I had paid for, and now they are informing us that you never really owned it. You were leasing it temporarily. But I had music on my phone that I downloaded from DVDs, from CDs. And so this CD music, I still have it. I'm looking at my CDs right now, and I can put them back on my laptop and then transfer them to my phone. Hopefully, I'll have to download another music player to my phone, and hopefully there won't be any conflicts. But recently, I saw on YouTube some videos about de-Googled phones. That now you can get a phone that has absolutely nothing to do with Google. It doesn't have any other apps. The apps that you can't erase off your phone, that's part of what the lawsuit is about. You get a phone and it says you have 16 gigs of memory, and when you get it, you find that 4 have already been used by Google. And they are contractually requiring the phone manufacturers to put these apps on the phone, and that they cannot be erased, they cannot be removed by the user, which is monopolistic. And so I don't know what to think. Why did they jack with my music? I was at work, I decided, hey, I'm going to listen to an album that I have on my phone, and it popped up and says, this app no longer works. What the hell? So anyway, it's very sad. I'm melancholy. I don't want Google to be broken up. I don't want disarray. But have they grown so large that that needs to happen. Sometimes that needs to happen. Microsoft got whacked. Google's been whacked in Europe to the tune of $9 billion with a B dollars in fines. But here in the United States, they seem to know how to operate better and don't have any fines that I'm aware of that are anywhere approaching that. So I'm melancholy. I'm sad. I like Google. Google's cool. I mean, they've got that panache, but they've also got the evil going on too. When they weren't going to be evil, they decided that they would be evil. They're working for the Chinese Communist Party and to control the masses, and evidently they think that they can control us. I think we're going to be much tougher because we're independent-minded. Even the young snowflakes who've recently graduated from college, although they've been programmed, they're pretty rebellious. They're rebellious in the wrong way, but they're rebellious. They're hard to control. Americans will always be hard to control. So my message to Google is get out of the game of trying to control the world. Just exist, do good, be a tool for good, and not from your perspective. Quit trying to hammer the conservatives. Allow the conservatives to exist. Allow the liberals to exist. Actually do have the open forum of ideas. All the good ideas survive. All the bad ideas fade away. And that's the way it should be. So Google, get back on track. Go back to being an American corporation, and stop trying to control us. Just be a company. Well, this has been Donnie Boone. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.